Hi guys, it's Sandeep from Phone Arena and today we have with us a brand new device for unboxing. Now this here is the Oppo Neo 7, which is a 4G enabled handset. This is very similar to the Oppo Mirror 5, which we already reviewed in terms of the specifications, the design and features, but it has a few changes as well. So we'll get into that once we do the unboxing. So let's go ahead and unbox the device. So the box itself is pretty much similar to other Oppo boxes that we have seen. You have the Oppo branding here, the Neo 7 branding, as well as a slogan that says Rise and Shine, and the 4G branding here. Now this is what the handset looks like, and it's very much similar to the Mirror 5 in terms of design. There's again some more branding on both the other sides, and moving over to the back you have some of the device highlights and features. It has a 5-inch screen and the resolution is actually quite poor compared to most of the other phones. The device actually has a screen resolution of 960 by 540 pixels. There's an 8 megapixel camera at the back, a 5 megapixel camera at the front, a 2420 mAh battery. It also has Android 5.1 out of the box, as well as 1 GB of RAM, which is down from 2 GB of RAM on the Oppo Mirror 5. So let's go ahead and take a look at what's inside the box. Again, you have Oppo branding here. So here you have it, the Oppo Neo 7 handset. So it's practically identical to the Mirror 5, even though the size is actually quite a bit different. So let's just keep this aside for now and take a look at the contents of the box, and we'll come back to the phone later on. So inside the box you have some documentation here. So this is basically the documentation. So this is a quick guide, a quick user guide if you will, as well as some important information guide. Then other than that you have the wall charger. This is a 2-pin charger which is compatible both in India as well as Europe, and this is where you plug it into. Now this doesn't seem to have quick charging, unlike some of the other Oppo VWC quick chargers. You also get a pair of earphones, and finally you have the micro USB cable as well. So that was a quick look at the contents of the box itself. Now here we have the Neo 7, and it looks very much identical to the Oppo Mirror 5, and we actually have the Mirror 5 here with us. And in terms of design, these are nearly identical. You can actually see that the size also is pretty much the same. Both the devices are pretty much of the same size and they look very similar, apart from the change at the back. The Mirror 5 had a more unique design at the back, while the Neo 7 is a bit more of a plain design. It still looks pretty good, but the design is more plain. It's just finished in white. But on the positive side, this is actually less of a fingerprint magnet compared to the Mirror 5, which was quite a bit of a pain to take care of. And as you can see here, there are already quite a lot of fingerprints, and it's really easy to attract fingerprints on the Mirror 5. While on the white variant, the Neo 7, it doesn't seem like fingerprints do catch on as easily as on the Mirror 5. So let me power on the Neo 7, and in the meantime I'll give you a quick run through the hardware features and specifications of the device. So up front you have a 5 megapixel camera above the display, along with the earpiece, the ambient light and proximity sensors. The display itself is a 5-inch display that has a resolution of 960 by 540 pixels. It's an IPS display, and below the display you have a set of 3 capacitive buttons that are not backlit, but they actually offer haptic feedback when pressed. Moving over to the right side, you actually have the power button here, and over to the left side you have the volume rocker button. At the top you have the 3.5mm audio jack, and at the bottom you have the micro USB port as well as the primary microphone. Moving over to the back side, you have an 8 megapixel camera along with LED flash. There's an Oppo branding and a speaker grill at the bottom. Now the back cover actually pops up, and that's where you can find the dual SIM card slot as well as the micro SD card slot. So here is basically a micro SIM slot, which is the primary SIM slot. Then there's a nano SIM slot as well, and a micro SD card slot. Now even though the device is quite similar to the Mirror 5 in terms of design, it actually does have a few changes, especially in the back panel compared to Mirror 5. If you notice that the LED flash is below the camera module on the Mirror 5, while it is towards the side on the Neo 7. So as a result, you can't actually interchange the back panels between both the devices. So the device is all booted up now. So let's just take a look. So here's the device all booted up. Let's just head into settings and see what Android version it is running currently. So about phone. So as you can see here, the device is running on the latest Android version 5.1.1 Lollipop, and you can see that it has 1 GB of RAM and is powered by a Qualcomm MSM 8916 quad-core processor, which is a Snapdragon 410 processor that is powered at 1.2 GHz. So let's go into the storage to see how much storage you get out of the box. So this device has 16 GB of storage, and out of the 16 GB of storage, the user gets 10.59 GB out of the box, and this is expandable further up to 128 GB using micro SD cards. So there is ColorOS 2.1 on top as well, and like most of the Chinese OEMs, this also doesn't have an app drawer. However, that's something you can really add using a third-party launcher, for example, and for others who don't really care about it, this should be good enough. So the device is retailing at a price of Rs 9,990 and is already available for purchase. This device has 4G LTE capability compared to the Mirror 5, which doesn't have 4G LTE, so that is one good thing about the Neo 7 that sets it apart from the Mirror 5. So that's it for the unboxing, guys. If you like this video, do hit the like button and do subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.